Now my task is to create the multi-authentication system using the multi-guard. Multi-guard means actually I will create separate types of users and I will create separate types of tables or different tables for different types of users. How I can do that I will show you. You see that when I install the Laravel and then I install the Breeze and then I run the migration, then a table was created, users table, and you already have seen that I did some operation using the users table. That means if this is my website front end and then a person if go to register, and if he make the registration using this form, he will be saved actually in the users table as a user. But if I want that the admin will be able to do some task in this system, so I need a separate types of user, that is admin. And in that case I will not make any registration because admin will not register here. In the admin case, only the admin login will be there, and also forget password and reset password system will be available for admin. So how I can create that system here I will show you. I have created a help file for you in order to make my work easy. That is how I will install the multi-guard. I added all the steps here. Okay, so I will show step by step. You see that the installation process is already done in my case, so I am going to step this part, and here authenticate session controller, into my app HTTP. I am going to remove this. The path was this actually, and here I will modify something if needed, return to login redirect. Okay, so when a person will be user and when he will destroy or change something, he will be redirected to the login page or redirected to the home page. It actually depends on you. For example, if I go to login as Smith like this and then password, now you see that if I go to logout, he is redirecting to the home page. But if you want, you can redirect the user to the login page. If you want like that, if a person log out, then he will be redirected to the login page. Then you will have to change this code, that is app, then HTTP controllers auth and authenticated session controller I am going to destroy. And here you see slash. So here I write, you will have to just call the slash login. Okay, so it will take you to the login route after the logout. Go here, click on logout. You see now I am into the login page. So it actually depends how you will maintain that. So this is one step, and I am going to do another one. That is, I already have shown you that how the email verification system will work in the case of user registration. It is it remains normally commented in the system. So I uncommented this in the previous tutorial, and you already have seen this, so I am not going to explain it. This task is completed. Now actually in the user end we completed every types of things. That means the login is completed, registration is completed, and forget password and reset password task is completely done. So what I will do in the case of admin? So in the case of admin, I will create a admins table. You see that in my database there is a users table in order to maintain the users information, right? So in order to maintain the admins, because in the system there can be multiple admins or a single admin or anything, if you want you can do that. So in the case how I will control that, I am going to create a separate migration file, because I will create a separate table, that means an admins table in order to maintain the admin information. So go to new terminal, PHP artisan make migration, create admins table. Okay, so a migration file will be created. Now I am going to the database and then migrations, and you will see that the admins table come, and here I will do something. What things I will do here after migration is completed? Content of the migration will be like this. So I am going to copy this, and here I am going to paste it. In this case I am going to put name, email verified at password. Okay, so here and paste into the admins migration. And then another one is needed here, that is token, that I am going to put after here, and you can create more items if you want. That means if you want, you can make the status 0 or 1 in the case of admin, because admin can have a super admin or normal admin, etc. So super admin can make the normal admin status 0 or status pending or something like that. I am not going to do that right now. So my now task is to create a model. So here I am going to create a model, PHP artisan, then make model, and this will be admin model, because the table will be admins. So singular form of the table will be the model name. So I created that, and content of that model I will have to insert that. For example, here I am going to copy all the things from the user model, and if I go to the models, you see I just created this one. This is the admin model, and I already have the users model, you see here, right? So here I wrote the instruction how I do that. Use these 3 lines, you see: illuminate foundation, auth user, authenticable, notification and sanctum. That means authenticable, notification, and here something can be changed: foundation, auth user, authenticable. Okay, foundation, auth, that means this one. Then there is notifiable, these 2 lines. Okay, and here another one, Laravel sanctum. This is not has API tokens, it is not here, so I just copy these 2 lines only. Okay, eloquent factories has factory, must verify it. Okay, I copy all the 3 things from here in the admin, has factory, eloquent model, and here paste into the admin model. So what is the changes here? I am going to paste it here. Has factory already there, so I do not need this. So actually these 2 lines I added, right? So here I am going to modify some things, because has API tokens is not presented in Laravel 11, so I just remove that. Okay, and paste it into the admin model. Change this admin extends model. Okay, so here admin extends model, it will be admin extends authenticable. In the user, you see the user extends authenticatable. So same thing I am going to put it here. So the next step is copy all the contents of the class user and paste into admin model. So here I am going to copy all the contents from here, and I am going to paste into here. Okay, so what things I need to change? Paste in admin, change this protect fillable, name, email, password to. Here the protected guard I will use the admin. So here I am going to the admin, and here you see in the top I am going to use protected guard as admin. And here you see protect fillable will be name, email, password, status. Here you see name, email, password, status I added here. I am not going to add it now. Lastly, I will have to run the migration command. That means here I will run the PHP artisan migrate. So now if I go to here in my database, refresh, you will see that the admins table comes. So name, email verified at, password, token, etc. are given here. Okay, so now I am going to create an admin guard. Multi-guard means actually I am going to create multiple table. So single guard means single table, maintain everything, and multiple guard means multiple table I will have to create for different types of users. So I am going to create admin guard. By default there is a guard that is given, that is web guard. Okay, and that is used for the user, and I am going to create a new guard here. So config auth.php, I will go here, that is config auth.php, and you see that here the guard is given auth guard equal to web. So here you see this web guard is this, driver session this, and here you provider you see model equal to this. In this way you can see that here are many guards given. So in my case what I will do, the default is actually the web guard. Now I am going to add another guard. You see the default guard is web is okay. Here web driver session provider users, and here I will have to add another one. I am going to copy it, and here I will call the admin guard. So driver session is okay, and provider will be actually the admins. Okay, so from the admins table I will get everything, so I just call it admins. And here user equal to this, so I'm going to copy it also, and here I'm going to paste it, and here the providers will be admins, because you see that here I call the provider admins. So for the admin get the provider equal to admins, and here I come, and here you will see that the provider list admins, and under this provider I will call the driver equal to eloquent, model equal to auth model, app model, which will be my model, that is admin model, you know. So I call here admin. Yeah, for the password, if you want, you can just copy it or not. Actually it is not needed for my case, but I am going to give here admins. Okay, that is okay for now, but actually it is not needed in my case. I am not going to do anything with this password. Up to providers it is okay. So anyway, let's go to the next step, that is actually here will be middleware. So I will have to call a new middleware, that will be admin middleware. So here in the terminal run this command. So new middleware comes http middleware, this is the admin middleware. Okay, so in the admin middleware I have to do something, that is I will have to write the use auth in the top. So here I call the use auth, because when admin will go to give his information or the admin middleware, that means if a user or a outside visitor wants to access to any route of the application that is under the admin middleware, then some checking will be happen. So it is very important here. Remember here, before going to the next, I am going to call it. That means when admin middleware will be called, so before any request comes using the route, then the program will come here and it will check if which user is going to try to access route, if he has any permission. If the guard is admin and he does not have any permission, then he will not be able to check that page and he will be redirected out from here. So you see, if not auth guard admin, that means if admin is not logged in, then he will be redirected to where? To the admin login route. I did not create this route yet. I will create it so that you can understand. With error will be please log in first. Okay, so the admin login route is very important, remember, otherwise it will show error. And I will have to register this middleware into bootstrap app.php. So I am going to the bootstrap. So bootstrap is where? Here, app.php, and here with middleware, here I am going to paste my code. Sorry, not that, up to this. The code will be actually this. That means middleware alias admin is my guard. So admin is my middleware name. So I call the name. This is the actually middleware, and I give the name of the middleware admin. You can give any name to this middleware, no problem. Then I am going to the web.php, and here I have to create some controller. You see that in the controller, the auth controller is actually the default controller to maintain the users. Now I am going to create my own controller, php artisan make controller. Then I can create admin controller. So here you will see the new controller comes, that is admin controller, and all the admin codes I will have to write here. So I am going to copy this and into my web.php route. I am going now route web.php, and here in the top I am going to call the admin middleware. Okay, so use app http controller admin controller, and after the admin controller I am going to the bottom, and in the bottom I am going to add my necessary route. So first route is, for example, this. You see that the middleware here I call admin. So here that means in order to access the admin dashboard, a person must have to be logged in as admin, otherwise it will not work. So the middleware will be called, that is admin. That means my program will go into the middleware and it will check if the admin is logged in or not. So this is the one thing, and another one is this. So I am going to copy all the routes here. I am going to explain so that you can understand. Here you see the middleware is admin here. That means admin will have some pages that are secret pages. So you must have to call the admin middleware here. And prefix admin means actually route get. Here I could write like this admin, but without writing this I give a prefix. So in order to call it, I will have to call the admin dashboard, right, like this. And group, I made a group here. So all the secret pages, all the secret routes that only admin will be able to see, I will put all this into this admin middle in this section. So dashboard is one kind of section like this, and the name route will be admin dashboard. I will call by this name. And here you see the prefix admin is okay, because admin login submit, admin logout, admin forget password, all these I will need. But here there will be no middler, because this page will be open for all. But the reset password, actually it is also be here, because if admin is not able to log in, then outside login there will be some pages. That means outside dashboard or outside the inner pages there will be some pages, login submit, logout, etc. These are actually accessible from outside. So I just use the prefix and make all these into grouping. Okay, so it will work. And admin login name route is also given here, and so it will not now show any error, so everything will be fine. So after this stage, my task is inserting demo data in the admin, because you see in the admin table now it is empty. So in order to create a demo data, you can create a seeder, or you can manually do that. I am going to use that. I am going to create it using a seeder now. So admin seeder. So into the seeder, you see that into the HTTP, not here, seeder is actually database. I am going to search the database here. It will be seeder, will be here, admin seeder comes here. Okay, so into the admin seeder, I am going to add these two lines into the top, and that means in the top I am going to add app models admin and use hash, and then I will run the into the function like this. This will be actually called in order to insert the data into the database. Admin name is, for example, I am going to give my name Arifin. Email is admin@gmail.com, and password equal to hashmake1234. You can also use also here bcrypt like this. It is also okay. So I do not have any status. I am going to remove that. So after that, I will call this one into the database seeder. In the database seeder, you see that in database seeder.php into the run, call this. So here I am going to call this one. Okay, user is not needed. I am going to make this off. So admin seeder class, this will be called. So in the terminal I am going to call php artisan db :seed. So seeder is done, and now I am going to refresh this admin. You see that this data is inserted into the table: name, email, password, token, and etc. Okay, so this is the thing. And then I will have to do another one, that is email setup, because I will do something manually here. So I will need something like this. Actually admin login will be like this, admin login. But you see that admin controller, there is no login function. So my now task is to create to add something here. I already have the controller, and in the controller to the top I am going to put this. So I am going to close the seeder now, it is not needed. In the admin controller to the top I will have to call the use auth, use hash, and model admin. This is very important. And now I am going to add some functions here. For example, login and dashboard functions I am going to create here now. This is important. And here like this. So admin.dashboard and admin.login. That means into the resources views, I will have to create here folder, that is admin folder. Admin.dashboard, that means in the admin folder I am going to create dashboard.blade.php, and also I am going to create a login. So that means here I am going to create another one into the admin folder, that is login.blade.php. okay, so I am not actually going to do any styling here, but in order to show everything looks good, I am going to use the bootstrap. Okay, bootstrap CDN. I am going to use bootstrap CDN or bootstrap download. You can also do that, bootstrap 5.0 like this. and here I am going to use the examples, download examples or download source code. So here I am going to extract this, and here I will get some file, dist file, javascript bootstrap.bundle.min.js. this file I am going to copy, and in my application, for example, I am going to my multi-auth application, and here you see there is a public folder. Okay, so in the public folder I can create assets, or here what you can do, distribution files, for example. So here I am going to paste it. So bootstrap bundle, this is needed, and another one from the download I will need, that is dist css bootstrap.min.css. so I am going back, and I am going back. Okay, so here I paste it, that is bootstrap css. So these two items I am going to link here, link css, that is actually the bootstrap. So here my location will be asset, and then it will be into the public. So in the public I have dist, and then bootstrap.min.css, and in the body I am going to use a script, script src equal to, here I will call the again another asset, that will be actually the bootstrap bundle. So it is actually the bootstrap. I am going to copy everything from here. Okay, and now I am going to paste it here. If you want, you can use the jQuery, latest jQuery. If you want, you can call here like this. I am going to download that also here, dist and the jQuery. Okay, so download jQuery. So I am going to download jQuery, the latest one. So last one is download jQuery 3.7.1. this one save page as. I am going to paste it into my application, Laravel 11 multi-auth public. Where is public? Here, and then into the dist I am going to save it here. So let's check it. Yes, this one. So I am going to copy, and then I am going to paste it here. Now the bootstrap things should work here. Now I am going to add some elements from bootstrap. For example, I am going to the bootstrap latest version examples. I am going to check what will be fit for me. For example, this is a sign in. Okay, that is I am going to open, and there is another one that can be a nav also, maybe this one or this one. Okay, no problem, I can use the elements. Okay, nav, bootstrap nav. I am going to check here anything like this. Nav bar, this is a nav bar of bootstrap. Nav scroll, I am going to paste it here. So okay, like this. Let's check it how it looks like. So now I am going to run actually my application. Where is this one? Admin dashboard. It is taking me to login, because without login I cannot access the dashboard. Okay, no problem. I am going to copy the same thing in the login. I am first going to make a login here. So after the nav, now I am going to check how it looks like. It looks actually like this. Okay, so dashboard will be look like this. So in this case, what I can do, I can just make a form. Okay, so here in the login page I actually do not need this one, sorry, not from dashboard. In the login actually I do not need this. In the login I will just make a container. Okay, so here if I go to the examples, let's check the example. Here it will be this one. If I go to the page source, then you will see that here it will be placeholder image media. Okay, in the body there are something, so I can copy the items from the body. So here in the body there are some data, form, sign in. The main only should work it. I am going to copy this one. Okay, so main is this. Let's check it how it looks like. Now I am going to paste. Sign in is a big sign in, come here, form sign in. So here I am going to use some other things, that is drop down. I do not need any drop down here. For the scroll bar, media placeholder, there must be some custom CSS here. I am going to check Control F, CSS, bootstrap CSS, signin.css. This is the CSS file. Okay, so I am going to copy the form sign in CSS, and in the top or here I can create another one, that is style.css. So here asset and then dist style.css. So let's create a CSS file here into the public. The public is this dist, and here I am going to create a style.css. So here paste it. Now let's check it. Not that, yes, sign in. Now looks good. Email address, password. Remember me sign in. This all the other items I do not need here now. So I am going to do one thing, that is I am going to remove the top items. Image not needed. This one I am going to remove, and from the bottom, remember me not needed for my case. This one also not needed, and in the last this one not needed. Okay, form floating. If you want, you can use the straightforward font without floating, or if you want, you can also use the floating font. So this is actually the sign in, for example. So when a person will give his email address and password, here floating password is okay. Now password is okay. Name input, here there is no name. Placeholder equal to okay, here name equal to email. Okay, and here password will be another name I am going to give here, that is password. So these things are done. Now I am going to the dashboard, and in the dashboard I am going to use the custom CSS, that is sign in. That means here. So this is the dashboard, and this is admin login. So these are the difference between login and this one. Okay, so sign in, and this is the dashboard. So when the sign in will be correct, then he will be taken to the dashboard. So the basic setup is completed here. And when login will be submit, I use a authentication here, that is function login, submit and log out. Up to now I am going to copy this so that you can understand. So here I am going to add this code into my controller. So after the login, there will be another one, that is login submit. In the login submit, what will coming, what is going to come, I am going to show it using the DD. Okay, so using the DD I am going to show you what is actually coming. So I am going something like that, 1 2 3 4. It is not showing because it is redirecting. Why? Login submit, it is actually not I did not put admin login submit. So this one is the name route and login submit. That means when a person will fill up the form and click on submit button, it will come here, and then the login submit will be called. So I will have to use this name route, where the name route I will have to use here in the form. form action. So here form action equal to there will be a route, and the route name will be admin login submit, and the method will be post, because this will be post out, and also here I will have to use the CSRF. Okay, so now I am going to refresh it again. For example, test, as a test I submit this. You see token, email and password counts. That means the request is coming successfully here, and here I can give admin login as the header. Okay, so here admin login, and you can use here text center. Let's check it. Yes, now it looks good. So when you will click on sign in button, then it will come here. So it is working. So here in this case I am going to make it commented and make it uncomment, and you see the request, there will be a validation, because the email, if the user is giving a perfect email address or not, I will show here, I will check here and check request all. That means all the requests that are coming I will check. I will take everything in a check variable. If the check email and check password match to my email and password, so I put this into a data variable, that means checking. So if auth guard admin attempt data, that means if I am matching this, that means the email is this and password is equal to this. If this matches and this is the admin guard, that means it will check into the admins table, then only you will be redirected to the admin dashboard. Otherwise you will be thrown to the admin login with an error message. So let's check it. Now if I click here, you see it is not possible to log in, and it is going you back to the admin login, but you do not see any error message now, because I did not give any error message here yet. So I am going to the login blade, and here I am going to do something, that is, you see everything is given here. I am going to put it. So in the login.blade.php, in the bottom I am going to put something. This is the error message. So not here where I will show the error message, I am going to that location. For example, above the form, here the error message will come. So here paste the data. So if there is any form error, that means any error that comes using the form, that will be shown here. If errors any, then all the errors I will have to run a loop, and then all the errors will come one by one. And this is the session error, that means in this stage, where if this is not possible, then this will be session error. Session error means what I use using the with function. So it will actually be shown here using the session checking. If the session has error, so error message, then session get error, that means the error message will be thrown and showing here. So let's check it. You see the email field is required, password field is required. Okay, so it is working. This same thing, if you want, you can call inside the form. If you want, you can use the style. For example, each time if you want, you can take it into a span variable, and if you want, you can style it. For example, class equal to text danger, in order to make the error message as a red color. Okay, so in this way you can show everything. So it depends how you want to represent it. I am not going to give the focus on the designing now. So just in order to give you the basic idea, I am going to show you it. And if there is anything error in the database end, for example, the email address or password is wrong, then click on sign in. It is showing the email field is required. So actually the email field gmail.com, it is showing the email field is required. Why it is showing, I am going to check it. You see this is the email required and email, and this is the password. So if you go here, type equal to, here it is wrong, the spelling mistake, email. So now it should work. So let's give it. Okay, now I give a bad email that does not come, for example like this, password anything, sign in, invalid email or password. Okay, so how this error comes, this error coming actually from this line. So if you want, you can also style this. That means if you want, you can do the same thing here, that is a span text danger you can put here, and here if you want you can use the span here. Similar thing you can all do in the case of success. This is success, test success, and here it will come span. Okay, now let's check it. If I now give a valid email address, but that is not found into the database table, so it is showing invalid email or password. If you give the correct email address and password, what will be happen? So if you give the correct email address, for example this one, and password equal to password, and then sign in, admin email password equal to password, I am not sure. The password is not password, the password is equal to 1234, because in the CDR I gave the password 1234. Now you see that the admin dashboard is coming, that means I am successfully logged in, you see, but there is no logout link. So here I am going to change something now in the dashboard coding, that means not navbar scroll, that is I am going to give admin panel. Okay, and here it will come to the admin dashboard, so route will be admin dashboard. So here if I refresh admin panel, click here, in the same page it will be happen. Home will be same link like the admin dashboard. I am going to show you this, and there is change profile option. For example, change profile, I will show you that later. And another one is drop down not needed. I am going to disable everything that is given here. Just make it simple. And in the right side from search, I do not need anything in the search now. So home, change profile, and another one is, for example, the logout. So very basic. So here logout, but the logout will not be in this way. I will do the logout in which way, like this. There will be logout function first. So here I will, in the admin controller there is also logout. You see the auth guard admin logout. If you call this, that means you will be logged out from the system, and it will redirect you to the admin login with a success message that logout successfully. Okay, so this will be the logout function. So the logout will be route, because in the web.php you see there is a get method I used in the case of logout. If you want, you can use the form that was given in the case of user form submit, so then it will be post out. But in this case I am just going to use the admin logout this system. So I am going to dashboard, and in the logout it will be route, and this route name will be admin logout route. So refresh. Now I am going to copy this link, because I will check after logout if this link works or not. So if you click here, you see logged out successfully. If you refresh, it gone. Now if I want to straight call admin then logout in this, not login, dashboard, admin dashboard. If I want to access the admin dashboard now, it is not possible. It will tell you that please log in first. How I get this message? It is given in the middleware. If you go to the admin middleware that I created, you will see that here I wrote please log in first. What it will give here, that will be shown here. Refresh, it gone. So you see the login is working perfectly. My next task will be to work with the forget password, reset password, and edit profile option.